What's up, guys? Welcome to day 2 of my blog. Basically, what I'm going to do today is just give you a little peek at what I do each day and what I'm eating. And then we'll talk about it at the end. So let's get started. And if you haven't subscribed, would you please consider hitting that subscribe button down below if you enjoyed this video. And also, anything that you see in this video will also be linked in the description. Just hit that arrow right down there. All right, let's get going. Okay, so it is now 1 o'clock, actually 1:15 to be exact, and I'm gonna have lunch. Today's lunch is going to be leftovers because it's easy. So I make up a batch of bacon and chicken on the weekends when I have time. I use my new air fryer. And I will make up a patch and then I'll put it in these containers, or these are food storage containers. And there is my lunch for today, and along with some bacon. So my lunch today, I did not go to the gym, so I thought I would show you my macros on a non-gym day. And yeah, so I'm gonna heat up lunch and I'll be back to talk about it. Would you guys like to see meal prep ideas? This is just basically butter with hot sauce, oregano, some spices, and chicken. Around 6 ounces or so of chicken. And I think the hot sauce is a great way to get flavor without throwing off your calories. And then I also have bacon that I made up a couple of days ago in my air fryer, so that'll be on the side. So if you want to see some meal prep style videos, let me know and I'll do some more like this. But this is because my schedule has been so crazy, this makes it real easy to stay on track and eat keto. And here we have lunch. So yummy, so yummy. Okay, so how would we log this into Carb Manager? Easy, go to the plus sign right here, and I had chicken. So I will type in the brand name of what I had, and just because I've done this before, I know it's called Kirkland chicken breast. So then it's gonna give you a bunch of options, and I'm sure it's this one. You can also scan the package. So I had 6 ounces. So if you wanted to change the unit of measurement, you would just toggle on that part. And I know I had 6, so I'm gonna hit add today. So I also had 2 slices of bacon, and my bacon was Sprouts thick bacon, or gourmet bacon. So I'm gonna look on the list, and there it is right there. So I select it. I had 2 1 slice. So, you know, 2, that means I had 2 slices. And then I also had hot sauce in my chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and log Frank's hot sauce. It's that one. And then I did 1 tablespoon. So I'm just gonna hit the yes, and then we'll take a peek. And that was lunch. And there's the macros for it. So I've had half my protein for the day. And as far as fat, I'm pretty low on fat. Oh, you know what? I forgot I had half a tablespoon of butter, because you gotta have butter. And I have butter, I have butter so much that it's in my list here, so I just scroll down and find my salted butter. There it is. And I did a half tablespoon, okay. All right, that's better. Now that makes more sense. I'm like, why is my fat so low? So that is my lunch. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and log my snack because I have it in here every day. So hit those drop down buttons, then hit add foods. And since this is something I have all the time, you can save it in my foods, and it's called my keto coffee. So I scroll in my list. This is recipes that I've made. These ones I make all the time. And there we go, my coffee. So I select it, had 1 serving of it, and that'll automatically put what we do on a daily basis right here. So now here is my, at this point of the day, my macros for the day. So I will meet you back at lunchtime, I'm sorry, at dinner time, and we will see you then. Okay, so I'm gonna make a recipe that I'm converting from an old family recipe to a keto version. So these Kettle and Fire bone broths are delicious. Here's the macros. This is the mushroom bisque. It's essentially kind of like replacing the old-fashioned cream of mushroom soup, if you will. So yeah, so I'm going to use about a cup of this. There's usually 2 servings per container, and then they have a bunch of other flavors as well. But for this video, I'm going to make curry chicken and rice, but it's going to be keto. So yeah, pour about a cup in a measuring cup of the Kettle and Fire keto mushroom bisque. And then I took 2 pounds of chicken breast, and I've been sauteing them in a pan. And then I put that cup of soup in there so to help cook and flavor the chicken as it cooks. So keep it on like medium-high heat. And then I love curry, so I put 2 tablespoons of curry in this recipe. It is really easy. And then a half cup of sour cream. If you didn't want to use sour cream and you were doing the non-dairy thing, use a half cup of the coconut cream in those canned coconuts. And just use that hard part of the canned coconut and use it in place of the sour cream. So, and I was probably going to make that version next, but I wanted to taste this version first because it mimics my old family's recipe where we used cream of mushroom soup, and it made it more of a casserole style dish, and you put rice in the bottom and it like soaked it all up, and it was delicious. But for this case, we're going keto and we're making new family recipes. And yeah, so I covered the pan after I had it all mixed together and let it just reduce a little bit for about 5 to 8 minutes. And then I'm putting a package of riced cauliflower. This one's from Trader Joe's. It's just the small package. I think there's 4 servings in that riced cauliflower package. And you can make it pretty and serve the riced cauliflower on the bottom and then put the chicken on the top. So it's like fancy. But I like to mix it all together because I would do that anyways. So anyways, this makes 4 servings. And there is the chicken with the Kettle and Fire mushroom bisque, sour cream, and cauliflower rice. And it was fantastic. Like, this is something I'm going to make a lot. So let's figure out the macros for this. Okay, so how would you track a casserole in Carb Manager? So I'm going to give you 2 examples. One, I'll show you that it's already in there. So if it's something that I have eaten before, I would store it in my foods or my recipes, and then I would just use that. I'd only have to log it once, and then I would just use that each additional time after that. So for instance, I'll show you what I have for macros as of yesterday. The curry chicken, the keto chicken curry and cauliflower rice casserole, that's what I have. It came out to 5 grams of net carbs per serving, 383 calories. Now, sorry about that. Okay, so that is what we are basically going for. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that from yesterday, and I will show you how to enter that. And I'm also going to delete it from my foods because this way nobody gets confused. So let me go delete that real quick, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so you're here. You're at the main screen, and we're going to do it yesterday because this was for yesterday. So go up here, see the plus up here at the top, top right. We're going into My Foods up at the top, and we're going to go to Recipes, and then see it says Create Recipe. So click that, and we're going to call this Keto Curry Chicken and Cauliflower Rice. So I'm going to make 4 servings because that's what we did yesterday. And because it's just for me, I don't answer all that stuff. But you go down here to the ingredients section, and you're going to hit the plus. So first things we had Kirkland chicken breast. And you could have scanned the package if that made it easier. I'm just going to type it in to show you, but I would normally just hit that scan feature right here and do it that way. But we're going to select it from the list, and I put 2 pounds of chicken in there. And you're going to change to add. So the next thing on the list was we did kettle and fire, mushroom, bisque. Now we'll see if it's in the list. There it is, first one. And we put 1 cup in there. So, you know, if I did a teaspoon or something, you could just change the unit of measurement. But because I used 1 cup exactly, that's what we're going to add. The next thing was sour cream. So I did Daisy sour cream. And that is the first one here. And I put a 1/2 cup in there. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to put this to 1/2 cup. Add. And curry powder. I don't believe there's anything really in curry powder, but we're going to log it anyways. Curry powder right there. Looks like there's nothing in it. Good. So I did 2 tablespoons. So now let me see what I have in my list. So I have, I need the cauliflower. So I used the Trader Joe's frozen, my goodness, chubby fingers. I used the Trader Joe's frozen cauliflower. And it's riced cauliflower. And I put the whole package, it's kind of like individual, but you know. It's this first one, the organic riced cauliflower. If I remember correctly, there are 4 servings in that small bag, so I'm going to go ahead and just put the whole bag in there, because we're making this in a large scale, and then when you log it, it'll divide it into servings. So that's why you put the gross recipe, not the net, the gross, and you put it all in here, and then when you log it by serving, it will individually portion it for you. Okay, so we have the chicken, we have the soup, we have the sour cream, the curry powder, and the cauliflower. So that is correct. So we're going to go up here and hit save. And now it's in there. So for yesterday, we're going to log dinner. So we're going to hit that button, and we're going to hit add food. We're going to hit my foods, and then recipes. Whoop. And go down to keto, curry chicken, and cauliflower rice. Select that one. And I had 1 serving. And I hit add to yesterday. So now we'll see the impact of that. Okay, and then let me change. I had something else. Hold on. Oh, I had a thing of nuts. So I didn't log it. So I do roasted pecans that I make myself. There's a recipe on my thing. So let's see. I have the pecans dry roasted, oil roasted, and salted. Yep. And I had 1 serving. And it's usually a 1/4 cup or 28 grams. So add that. And now, so my macros for yesterday, here they are. I was slightly above my protein, which I don't really stress about that. I want to at least hit my protein amount. So I had 112 of my 81 grams of protein. I don't stress about that. I know some people do, but I think you really got to have a real high amount of protein for it to really become, to transform into too much protein becoming glucose. So, but for me, I'm active. I do a lot of physical activity. I ended up going to the gym for like 20 minutes yesterday randomly. So I got a little bit of workout in. That's why I'm also not stressed. So, but now you can see my full day of eating right here. So I did great when it comes to my actual calories. My net carbs was fantastic. My fat, 84 grams of 102, also fantastic. That's pretty much where I sit with that. So just my protein was a little high, but like I said, that doesn't bother me. But that's me, my approach. Tomorrow I will be at the gym. I should say now it's tomorrow. So today I'm going to the gym anyway. So that's kind of like a good thing. I'm cool with that. So anyways, there is my full day of eating. Hope you enjoyed this video. stay tuned. Oh, actually, let's go track our, let's go track the blood ketone and glucose. Okay, so let's take our glucose and ketones after a full day of eating yesterday. Do glucose first. Get the finger prick. And then I had a question on if you get the same ketone measurement if you take it right after each other. So we're going to test that. I thought it was a good and fair question, and I didn't realize that people were having inconsistent readings. So let's do the ketones and see if we get the same number twice. Let me clean my finger off and get some fresh blood. Finger is barely wanting to give up some blood today. All right, let's do the first reading. My ketones are 1.1. All right, let's do it again and see if we get the same reading. I am actually curious. Is it true? Clean my finger, do it one more time. All right, let's do it one more time. Moment of truth. .2. So between 1.1 and 1.2, I'm cool with that. I mean, we're talking a 0.1 of a difference. So, yeah, that's cool. All right, cool beans. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's make sense of it all. So starting off, yesterday was a great day of eating. I hope the little throwing in how to calculate your macros based off of what you're eating helps. But let me know, do you want to see more meal prep style videos? Where I make basically where I've been making my lunch ahead of time, you know, when I have time, and storing them in food storage containers. So that makes it easy to track macros too, because you know those meals you know, if you have the same thing every day, then even if you do it 3 days in a row, it makes that tracking the whole macros thing so easy. A lot of people are asking me why I'm still tracking macros. For one, it keeps me accountable. When I'm at my goal weight, I probably won't do quite so much tracking, but for right now, I'm not at my goal weight. And I do like to see the visual representation of what I'm eating in a day. So, and plus, if I am running into a stall or I'm losing a lot of weight, I want to know what was I eating, you know, what was going on at that time. And I can't make those assessments unless I'm tracking to know like a good idea of what's going on. So that's why I still track. But if you can do it, like you could make these meal prep type dinners up ahead of time and save tracking all through the week, you know, like you don't have to do it if you meal prep. So do what you do you. That's basically the message. So, and then lastly about the Keto Mojo, with the readings, to me, I feel like if my Keto Mojo was like significantly off after literally just retesting your finger, I probably would be concerned, but we're talking, you know, 0.1. That could just be rounding error, you know, not rounding error, but, you know, that simple could do that. Something that easy or simple would change that. It's close enough for me to say 1.1 or 1.2. I mean, it's not significantly off. And that's when I would probably be like, ooh, how accurate is that thing? So 0.1, hey, that's good. That's simple rounding, and I'm good with that. So, but I was curious myself. I had not seen people say that their Keto Mojo or it's not even Keto Mojo. I guess there's a lot of different blood ketone meters that kind of have this issue. So I have not heard that, but I wanted to see if that was true on mine. So if at least for my unit, mine is pretty consistent. So anyways, I have, and when it comes to my glucose was high this morning. Well, I slept awful last night because I have a sick kiddo who has asthma problems. and I was up 5 times last night. So I'm running on literally like 2 hours sleep tops. And I'm expecting another day of it. So when I don't sleep and I'm stressed out, my insulin, regardless of what I eat, is higher. So know that you should make an effort to get good sleep, and if you do see a rise in the number, know that if something's going on with stress, it can change your insulin reading regardless of what food you've eaten. Isn't that crazy? So, but I mean, when I saw that this morning, when I took my glucose, I was like, well, that would explain I was up all night. I'm stressed out over my daughter's breathing, and the asthma issues. If you know somebody who has asthma, it's pretty serious. So, and it makes me so scared whenever she has a flare up. So, but hopefully she kicks this cold soon and we can move along. But yeah, I am definitely stressed out right now taking care of a sick kiddo. So anyways, that would explain the higher glucose reading. And yeah, so, but at the same time, you also take all of the results, all of the food you do, everything you do, just take it all with a grain of salt. We're just trying to be better every day in each meal. So go be great. Track your macros this weekend. Plan ahead. Go grocery shopping. Don't let the weekend derail you. For me, I know I'm going to fight through the whole weekend, and I want to see another loss on Monday. So I may even decide to do a long extended fast this weekend. I'm toying with that idea, but I'm thinking I might just need to do that because I feel like I'm fighting tooth and nail for every single pound that's coming off right now, and I haven't done a long fast in at least a month. So I might just do a 72. We'll see. Anyways, I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind, and comment below if you want to see any of those meal prep style videos, and also recipes for the air fryer chicken. What else did I make? And the curry chicken and rice with the kettle and fire bone broth, mushroom bisque bone broth. All of that is down below. So click those links, and also if you choose to purchase something from Kettle and Fire, that link that I have will give you 30% off. Anyways, I'll see you later. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind. Bye-bye.